Logitech camera, USB audio
We are
device.
live. Let
Bluetooth.
me fix your
Phone
camera.
camera. Whoa.
There you go.
Whoa. Oh, we're live already.
We're live
Oh shoot, my
already.
bad. Cool. Phone call.
Welcome back to the Golden Rule. My name is Meg Levu.
My name is Tony Chang.
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning.
So you said you had an interesting talk with your mom this morning.
Yeah, I didn't blow up on her.
Yay!
Yay. Yeah,
Progress.
seriously.
What did you talk about?
Uh about okay. So she's saying the way I come off is very ungrateful.
Oh, I
So
see.
she's saying, don't tell your dad that you don't want our business, that don't stop rejecting. And I was like, okay. And she said, you just need to tell us, oh, okay, mom, okay, dad, I'll take care of it with you. Like I'll be there with it. I'll be there
Mm.
with you for those stores. And I was like, and then I asked her, like, well, that's lying. Do you want me to lie to you?
Mm.
I don't know if I forgot what she said again, but the whole premise of that, why can't I just tell them the truth? Like I did. And I said, because she said, do you want the store? And I said, no. Do you want one store? I was like, no. And like, yo, what I say is going to be attracted to me.
Yeah.
So I feel and I believe that if I were to just lie and say, yeah, I'll be there with you, I'll take care of it with you, it's not really in my benefit or in their benefit, because I know I'm not going to do it, but it's getting their hopes up.
Uh-huh.
And for me, like just saying those words is like attracting that. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, that's not what I want. I want to stay here with you, with Kevin, with Cindy, and Super Jury Code. Like, this is my new business. This is where we're going to build our future.
Right.
And it just made me wonder, like, the hell? Like, why? And she lives off regret and guilt a lot. And I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Mm. So your mom asked you again this morning about taking over the store.
Not taking over. It's just like,
Like, what does she mean when she says, do you want the store? Or do you
yeah,
want one
like,
store?
because they built this foundation, right?
Yes.
They built this, and I'm grateful for it. Like, that's the only reason why I can do this, right? However, I mean, I guess the way they want me to talk to them is lying, saying that, oh, comparing also, just like, oh, like, other people don't have the opportunity to do what I do because of you, and things like that. And I guess brush their ego and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a very strange way to do it, because I'm coming off honest. I want to just tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I am grateful. However, I don't want to lie to you and just say that I'm going to go over there and not go over there.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
So,
crazy.
with your parents, they want to feel, I mean, all parents want to feel like they've done a good job raising their children. And they may not like ask for it sometimes in the right way. But that's basically, I feel like that's what you're telling me. That's what I'm hearing, is that your parents want to hear that you're grateful and everything. But, and maybe you say, yes, you're grateful. But something that I kind of pick up, like with all of us, and how we will say, yes, we're grateful. Yes, I appreciate you. But does the tone and the words that I say and the feeling that comes off of me when I say it, does it actually feel genuine? Like, for example, when Kevin would say, oh, I appreciate you. Thanks for cooking. It's kind of like, just because I want to hear it, and it's almost not genuine, or it's almost a lie, like you say. Like, do you really feel thankful that I'm cooking, or thankful that I'm working, or thankful that I've given you in this opportunity? Like, do I really feel that? I think maybe that's why your mom maybe feels maybe that you don't intend, but maybe it sounds like it's not genuine. And so she feels like maybe she has to, like, and she can't communicate correctly all the time, or the way that speaks to you, which is, I'm not feeling your genuine sincerity. Is it sincere? And like, that's something, like, you always want to appease somebody you love and say what they want to hear. And sometimes you don't really mean it, or you're just saying it because out of guilt, or out of like you're just trying to, oh, just please, like, let's be nice about it right now. Like, just say what you want, what they want to hear. Does that make sense? Maybe that's why your mom keeps coming at you like that, and you're like, yeah, dude, I freaking appreciate you. Like, duh, I wouldn't be able to do this. But does it come off, like, does it follow through in the way that you talk to your mom, in the way your tone is, or the words that you use? Does it follow through?
I guess not.
So maybe that's why.
But it's okay, like it's challenging because again, like she's saying, I know that's what she wants, but I also know that words are powerful. So there has to be a way where I guess it's through action, but I don't want to like bullshit, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But so, for example, like Tony, I don't want to bullshit you if say you don't like my cooking, right? Say you don't like my cooking, but you don't want to bullshit me, but you say, I'm just trying to be honest, Meg, but this tastes like shit. And like, what would that make me feel like, right? I would be like, oh, I'd be so sad. But versus like, oh, dude, Meg, like, I really appreciate this, but I totally prefer it this way, you know? And that's the way that I was raised on, or whatever. Like, that's the way I grew up with it, you know? And the way that you said it, you don't like it. But the way that you said it and the understanding that you put behind the words, now I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I understand. Yeah, it's no problem. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can be honest. And I feel like sometimes we often will hide, or maybe even use as a defense on our own ego, to say that hey, I'm just being honest. And you're being straight up with the person, right? But the way that you're being honest is hurtful. It's like, it's too harsh. It's like not saying it nicely. Like, be gentle with me because you care. The way that a husband or a wife would speak to each other, that they don't like something about the other person, and yeah, you want to be honest. Of course you want to be honest. I don't want to lie to you, but at the same time, and you're like, I'm just trying to be honest, so I'm not going to try to save your feelings at all. I'm not going to try to consider your feelings at all, or even feel that the way that I'm saying this to you right now is hurtful.
Sure.
Right? Like attacking or defensive. So maybe your mom, like, subconsciously feels that way. And I think everybody can feel like that sometimes, even when somebody's being honest with them. It's, how are you being honest?
No, you're right. You're right. Because I was like, straight up, no. You know, and it's just like closing it down, I guess.
Closing it down.
Instead of just
shutting her down.
I guess I wasn't communicating with her. And that's the thing. Like, I haven't really wanted to. I have been closing them off for a long ass time.
Maybe there's still some resentment there that manifests in this shutting down, because you're hurt. You're hurt that they're not supporting you. Maybe,
like, they support me with money.
With money, but what do you need? What do you really need from them?
Yeah, like growing up, it wasn't the money that I needed from them. It was like, oh, there was like open houses and shit, you know, and it may not mean anything to them, right? But
open house where the parents come to the school.
And like, I don't even know if I went, because like, what's the point? My parents wouldn't even be able to come. And like, it wasn't just one open house. It was like a lot of shit. You know? And like, I remember my mom being there, which was cool, but I don't know. It feels like over time, you know, given the circumstance, I understand. It's just, I haven't let go.
Maybe
the fact that they chose business over me.
Yeah.
You know, or that they thought, oh, they hurt me. Here's some money. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Asian style.
I'm a hoe, you know, like, you can hurt me,
I'm
but
a hoe.
give me some money. You know what I'm like? Cool, Pokemon cards, you know? But
yeah.
it didn't really fix anything. It was just a band-aid. Like, here's the money. You know? And it's like, even the way they communicated with me, it was very like, boom, you know, like, oh, like, whoosh.
No consideration of how you feel.
They never even ask.
Yeah.
Like, about me. They just talk amongst themselves. My mom and dad would talk, and then they would decide. And I'm like, the fudge? And then I called her out. I called my mom out gently. I was like, so like, I just want to let you know, Mom, that I was hurt. I was hurt when you said don't come. And she's like, oh, the reason is because I talked to, and I was like, yeah, I understand, but you could talk to me.
Yeah.
You can ask me.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to just like talk with dad all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm grown up now,
Yeah.
and I'm capable of understanding and talking better.
Yeah.
So I think it kind of softened her up a bit, and I'm gonna try that more.
Yes.
Like how we ask questions.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, just
Pull
ask,
a Tony on your
just
mom.
ask my mom and dad some questions. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's challenging though.
Yes, I know. Because
But
it's really, it's easy.
mm,
It's easy to do that, right? It's easy to always talk to your parents like you've always talked to them.
yeah,
And it's so easy for them, of course.
yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like when I started to, and I was telling you guys the other day, right? Was it yesterday? I don't know.
What did you say? What did you say?
Well, I was telling you guys that I was finally like, I was on the phone with my mom. Remember? And then I was telling you guys like, oh yeah, I was on the phone with my mom this morning, and usually like I feel like she always wants to say something to me, but she doesn't. And I could feel her resistance, and I can feel her like timidness, and I could feel her wanting, and then maybe like in the last second she will try.
Yeah.
And then we ran out of time because something happened. Either a new event came or whatever, we have to go eat, whatever, right? And I'm just waiting for her. Like I feel like I'm just waiting for her to feel safe and comfortable. And then on the phone, I feel maybe it's a lot easier because you have the buffer of the phone and you're not physically right next to each other, which is cool. Like I'm welcome to any format. And I felt her releasing and letting go and being feeling safer to talk and not hearing and feeling the tension in her own voice. It was softer, gentler. And then me too. I'm softer, gentler, more patient instead of feeling impatient or frustrated that she's say not letting go of something, but I could feel it. I'm like, why don't you let go already? Like I would think that before. Why don't you let go already? You know, it's like, you know, as if I, you know, am on a high horse letting that I've let things go where I needed to focus on myself, like you said, fill my own cup and focus on me. And I feel like that day when I talked to my mom, I was like, this is cool. Because like finally we're not kind of like overcoming that habit that we do together in terms of communicating, where I feel you want to say something and I feel and I hear it in your voice, but you're not. And then for some whatever reason, like, okay, what can I do to make this a better environment for you to talk to me? And then and a lot of times feeling like I fail. Like I didn't make it safe enough, or I didn't say the right words, or maybe my face too is not welcoming or something, you know, because we all have resting bitch face. So, but I feel like that was a really nice, I don't know, just progress. Yeah. Yeah. And feel like the door is opening, at least a little bit. Yeah.
At least it's opening.
At least it's opening, yeah. And it's been opening for a long time. And I feel like it's cool because there's just new layers and new things to uncover together. But yeah, I feel like perhaps that's something that maybe you and your mom have to maybe address together also. And just like I'm hearing from you, open house. Yeah. I remember open house. And I remember that my mom did come to open house. And I remember, I was thinking, what if they didn't come? You know, but there were plenty of not plenty, but there were other times where my parents couldn't come to something. Or for example, my whole Taekwondo experience, my parents never saw me test. I don't think. Maybe once or twice. But I didn't even invite them.
Yeah, right?
Like I was so used to not having them go to my events, really. Like I think they went to some games, like volleyball games, I think, but I don't remember too much, but I'm sure there's a little bit. But it's funny how we get used to them not being there. Which, you know, parents just do their best. Damn, sorry.
It's live. Oh, is that your phone?
Yeah, it's my
Oh,
phone.
okay.
I was supposed to make an
Good.
appointment with the tire
Wanna get it for
thing.
you? I'll get it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, snap. DMV, what the hell?
Oh, snap. Oh, gosh.
Okay, that's weird. DMV, weird.
You got it, bro?
Thank you, thank you. But yeah, anyway. So how did the phone call with your mom end then? You didn't blow up. Great.
I didn't blow up on her. And I guess like there's still more that she wanted to talk to about.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it's kind of like, okay. But I had to go.
Yeah.
But I think 1% better because now I was able to communicate that I was hurt and she felt guilty and she felt regret.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Like that's a step
Yeah.
forward of actually expressing, and she actually heard me. She listened to me. Whereas before she would just try to brush it off and then just accept it. You know? But it's like, no, I want to at least let her know so she doesn't assume.
Yeah.
And she knows why I wasn't calling back and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I have been lying to her. I was like, oh, I wasn't pushing you away. But I guess I was. You know?
Yeah.
Shit. Speaking of ribs, though. No, so it did end well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to progress with my parents, and I'm sure you are too.
Yes.
And since you mentioned the ribs, right?
No, because Kevin told me.
Pretty sure, huh? Kevin told
Kevin told me, and I was like, that's cool.
But I want to tell you because like these things, like I want to tell you. You know, I want to be able to tell you.
I was wondering why you told Kevin though.
Because he asked me.
Oh, yes.
He asked me, and I'm like, well, damn, like, I should be careful because I know that Kevin's going to talk to you about it. And I'm like, you need to hear from my lips. And it's because also, I don't know, I guess, I don't know if I'm just, here's my review. You know, like, if you ask me, like, oh, how is it?
Yeah.
Now I should be like, Meg, thank you for cooking this. And also, I realized that it wasn't like fresh. You cooked it the day before.
Yeah.
I tried it the day after.
Yeah.
And was it like
it sat in the fridge.
It sat in the fridge, and then so I already know that I haven't tasted its full potential.
Yeah.
Right. So I can't. There's no review like comparison because it's different.
Yeah.
Right. But from what I did taste, yes, I like the cleanness of the sauce.
It's all good. I use the example because it's I didn't want to use a different example, but I use that example because I don't want to bring other people into this example, so I just use the cooking example.
No. This is good. This is good because you got to hear it from me. You know what I mean? So yes, my preference always, most times, is the juicy meat, and like from what I saw in your Instagram, I was like, God damn, that shit looks juicy as a motherfucker. Right? Like, it's come on, 12 hours in the sous vide. I already know it's gonna be juicy. Yeah. I just wanted to say.
It's all good.
When I tasted, that's how it was. But I know it's because I didn't taste it right away, fresh. That's it.
Yeah,
you know? And I'm just a moist type of guy. I like that. I like it moist.
Yeah, you like a
I like it nice and tender.
Nice and moist. Yeah, we actually talked about it a little bit because he's like a foodie, and we were kind of dissecting the rib thing. So there's Texas style. There's slow cook style. There's the fall apart style. There's the kind of like there's all kinds of styles like Santa Barbara style, all that stuff. So I was like, that's interesting. So you like a wet rib, and we like a dry rib. Not dry. It's not dry. It's like intact.
Oh, intact.
But not like dripping off the bone, but when you can still take it off the bone. So there's all these. I've been watching a lot of barbecue stuff, so that was my first foray into Texas barbecue. So because we used to do that one too, where it's sitting in a lot of liquid, but we prefer the drier one where it's a dry rub, it's in sous vide, and then you finish it on the grill, so it's drier.
But it's interesting. And I'm glad I know that now because at least I know what to expect.
Yeah, it's just different styles.
But and then did Kevin tell you this? Like how, look, I don't really trust the whole food review stuff because look, everyone has a different palate. Everyone has a different preference. So how the hell are you going to take one person's review and like say that's be all end all, right?
Right.
No.
Yeah. I have a salty palate. Like Kevin has a blander palate. So you know what I mean? So it's all good.
And speaking of which, progress, right? So yesterday, I don't know if you saw my Instagram, but I was like, oh, losing weight feels
I
like
just saw it.
shit, right? And
I
I'm
just
like,
saw it.
and yo, like
That was yesterday.
that was yesterday.
Mm-mm-mm.
And okay,
Well, you have aggressive program, dude.
it's
Two
too
pounds.
aggressive.
Yeah, I think
Two
so.
pounds a week.
Yeah, it's a little too aggressive.
I started that like one day, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, fuck this. Like honestly, I was like, I can't even hang. Right? I can't
Yeah.
even do my work. I didn't want to,
Yeah, your brain can't function, you know?
and I was hearing shit like. I was like, every day and every day I'm getting better and better. No, you're not. No, you're not. I was like,
You're hungry.
I was like, what the fuck is happening? Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I upped it to 1850.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right? That's 1.5 pounds a week losing. And still not enough, right? And I'm like, fudge, right?
They say 1 pound is safest.
And that's where I was like, you know what? Screw this shit. I'm going to go whatever I want to do. And 1 pound a week, that's fine for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not here trying to look like motherfucking Brad Pitt in like 3 months. Like, what's the point? You know, I have no movie engagement or anything. This
Yeah.
is my original simple life,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it made me think, and I have to ask you this later, but it made me think like, hey, man, working out,
Yeah.
I chose to do it my way.
Yeah.
But eating, I was in a way, in that state of mind where I want it now,
Yeah.
that impatient feeling.
Yeah.
And when I didn't get it now, I was hella frustrated. And usually I would just give up.
Mm-hmm.
No, even like gradually lose it again.
Yeah.
So I'm just really grateful that now I'm at that point where I am going to lose it gradually.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
gives a fuck what other people say,
Yeah.
you know? And it's just everyone's body limit is different.
Mm.
So
Got it. Yeah.
what do you
Good.
think about that?
I think I was wondering why it was so aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
What was the rush? Anyway, what was the rush?
Dude, I just want to know.
But you know, Tony, you know you can't have stuff now. So what's underneath that? Like, why did you want it now? Is it for somebody else? Because deep down, you know, you cannot have everything that you want now, right? Logically.
Yeah.
So how come you thought you could have it now, or you wanted it now?
I was used to it.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted Pokemon cards or if I wanted something,
Yeah.
my mom just
Yeah.
asked her,
Yeah.
like, get it now. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But what did I go through? Nothing to get it. I just asked my mom, and she would just give me the money to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But then it hasn't really helped me in other areas because I can't.
Mm.
I literally can't.
Yeah.
Like it takes time,
Yeah.
and when I don't get what I want, I get hella impatient.
Yeah.
I get frustrated. I'm just like either bounce
Yeah.
or just really freaking go crazy, right?
Uh-huh. Crazy like how? Like overeat or
Just like, oh yeah, like either overeat
uh-huh.
or just like stop completely, you know, stop progressing, just
Yeah.
go back to I can't get what I want, whatever.
Oh,
not even
like
gonna
why
try.
yeah, why even bother?
Why bother?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's weird.
So how do you feel now?
Now I feel a lot better. Like my calorie went up to 2350.
Oh, 2350.
That's how much I can intake, and I'm like, cool. Like I don't want to fast anymore. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like I need food.
Yeah.
So I feel a lot more energetic. I don't hear that crazy ass depressing voice anymore.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And you experienced that in a couple days?
Oh
Oh, wow. Wow.
food. But it's like that, you know. It's like that. Why? And diet was the worst enemy for me. That was the most challenging part.
Uh-huh.
So it's cool that now I'm taking the same approach. Just do progress. Like, who cares if it's 1 pound a week? That's still 1 pound a week.
Yeah.
In like 3 months, I'm already like 12 pounds.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, if I could lose 1 pound a week, it's to me, it's more 1 pound every 2 weeks at this point, which I'm good with that. At least I'm losing. So I've been plateauing at 140 right now. So now that I'm finally feeling like comfortable enough to move, so now I'm just going to start incorporating working out now with and see where that takes me. Because my diet is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And now I feel like I've healed the binging part of me. Like I can't even binge anymore if I wanted to.
like
Like
anything.
I'm full, like,
Yeah.
and I'm actually full. And that's a different feeling. I've never ever had that before, where I would go to food and chips, and like I told you, Tony, like that whole bag is done, it's gone, and I'm looking for another one, like to just, you know. But now, even like with sweets, like if I can just have something, I don't know, like a tablespoon of honey, I feel like that would satiate me. Or like one little waffle cracker thingy or whatever. And I think I'm not really sure like exactly how and why that is. I have my like assumptions about it.
What?
About why I'm no longer attached that way to food. I still love food.
Yeah.
For sure, and appreciate it.
Let's talk about
But like now when I'm full, I'm full.
Yeah.
And before, I don't know, this is just me thinking out loud.
Yeah.
But like I would want to finish everything because I don't want to waste the money. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm like, dude, I can always take it home and then eat it later or whatever. But when I'm at home, like I feel like I would have to like don't waste it. For sure, don't waste it. Like that's something I always grew up with. Don't waste it. And I'm always sitting around the house like, waste not, want not. So like, don't waste. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'd have to eat it. And Kevin's the same way. Like if you're like, don't waste it, you know. And if food goes bad, it's like it hurts our souls because you spent money on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's interesting. So now I feel like I just get what I can get, like what I can eat. It's okay. And you don't need to spend, like, you don't need to go to Costco for everything where like half of that shit goes bad because you can't move through all that food so quickly. And just get what you need to get. And I don't need to overeat to like be cheap, like to not waste money or whatever.
Where did that come from? That mentality, that phrase?
That came from I don't know, but like that came from my frugality in like college where like, because I was paying for all that debt and stuff like that, and I like had no money, and all my money went to these other bills and stuff, and so I felt like if I don't eat it, like I'm wasting money or something. So but nowadays it's just like I only eat what I need to eat, and then I'm actually full, and then if I'm hungry, like I just go eat. But I don't eat a shit ton if I'm hungry. Like I can have a couple of bites of a sandwich and then like go back to work. Like I don't know what that is. Maybe it just like cuz I don't know, maybe I'm getting back to my normal eating cuz it's not like I ate a lot before. So somewhere along the lines like I started to binge on bad food, probably in college cuz like in college you're poor and stuff like.
Did you get a feeling like a euphoric feeling from like
heck yeah
it? So it was pleasure for you too, right?
Yes, of course. Yeah, it feels so good to eat something salty or sweet and like just freaking go ham and you're like la. It feels good. It feels good, but then
fucks you up.
yeah, dude, like I would eat a lot, right? And I could feel my stomach reaching its, like, you know, when a balloon is like gonna pop, right? That's how it feels like for me. And so I would feel that, and like I would still want to finish, like for example in a restaurant, I want to finish because dude, it's only gonna be good now. It's only gonna be good right now. I don't have to heat this shit up. Tastes all cardboardy and whatnot. So that's another reason too, like going out, like you'd have to finish your big ass meal because it's only good that time. Like fried things. Fries are like, yeah, you could heat it up, and like if you don't care about fries, like then you can eat it later, but it's never as good as it is when you first get it, right? But now I'm just like, dude, why am I getting so much food then? Just get what you can eat. Like if it's a starter and that's like you're good with that, like you're good with that. You don't need to get an entree or whatever. Like we would, between the two of us, we would spend like $50 to $60, $70 between just the two of us. because we got like 3 appetizers,
Mm.
2 entrees, and dessert. Like, what the fuck? It's so much.
I know.
Fat as hell. So, I mean, and just like eating more than we can even handle. We would always have leftover, but like eating with your eyes, like, you know what I mean? And it was just so, like self-degrading, like what is that word? Like gluttony.
Glutton.
Yeah. Gluttonous. Like it's just so much. Like why? What are you trying to fill? Why are you hungry all the time? Why you act starving all the time? You know? So I don't know. Like now I feel like I'm not totally starved in so many areas of my life that now it's just naturally affecting the way that I eat, where I'm not starving anymore. I get hungry and I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat now. Like I gotta eat right now. But like, cause I've been working for how many, I just got lost in work. And then I just eat a little something. I don't binge anymore. And something happened. Like, I don't know. I can't really explain it with the diet. I think it was the other stuff. Other stuff, feeling supported, feeling more confident, feeling more like a woman, like that just influencing me, like getting better physically, my back, feeling support, all that stuff, like just made me feel, I feel like, oh, I don't need it. I don't need it anymore. And even those little like vitamins, like they're so good.
Did you
like
on those?
I only eat 2, but before we would always get gummy vitamins, and like you just secretly go eat 5 because like they're so good, but it's bad for you. Like don't do that. But now I'm like, I have my 2. I'm like, cool, that's awesome, and then just move about my day. So I don't know, like
emotional. Then it has to be emotional.
I think it's emotional, and like our last show together, I talked about how I didn't know that I had a bad relationship with food, even though I would always say like, I don't care. And I would think that I'm not attached to food, but I was. And I was like in denial for some reason. I don't know. I was like, oh, I didn't even know this was here, that there was even something to think about it. And now I'm like, I'm cool with food. Like, I want the best stuff that I can afford, and yeah, I serve myself nicely too. Like the placement of the food, like like even if I serve something great to my husband, like I don't serve myself crap anymore. Like sometimes I would do that, like, oh, like I want to have something good for Kevin when he comes home or something, and then there's nothing, maybe I cook something and there's only 1 serving left. I would give it to him, and then I would go eat what is that, packaged ramen or something. And then I mean, it's still good, like hell yeah, like packaged ramen is still good, but like in terms of nutrition, it's not very good for you. And I would give the home cooked meal to my husband, like I wasn't deserving, or like, oh look, it's okay, like here, you can have the best, like please notice me that I'm giving you the best, that I'm giving you more, like asking for support, like in a backhanded way, you know what I mean? Like asking for attention and asking for love or whatever in a backhanded way, like going around it instead of, do you know what I mean? I feel like that's what I did.
So something popped up in my head, and then it's like, okay, is the feeling that you get from eating all these junk, right? This junk food, the feeling that you've wanted from the person, or like for you?
Sometimes, yeah.
Because like, again, before all this, right?
Yeah.
My way of self-love was that same donuts, all this junk food, because that gave me that feeling like,
the euphoria,
like I feel good,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
But then, like, of course, when I'm done, I'm like, fudge, I got raped, you know? Like, I'm like, damn, I'm left with this shit, and I look like shit now, you know? Like, I feel crappy.
You feel crappy,
I feel so crappy.
Yeah.
You know? Guilt.
Yeah.
Right? And regret.
Guilt. Yeah.
So, but then again, like, I think, especially this year, doing it with you, it's been a hell of a lot more encouraging, but also like that realization of self-love kind of helped me get to the point of like, look, changing my workout. I already tried this stuff with Kevin. That was cool.
Yeah.
I got the ego boost But at the end of the day, if Kevin weren't to work out with me, I feel like shit. I look like shit because it's not what I wanted, really wanted, you know?
Right.
And the same with food. Like, yeah, even yesterday, right? Like, I went crazy. I was like eating like crazy. I ate a lot of chicken nuggets from Trader Joe's and like this giant ass Inca corn and stuff.
Mm.
But it's like, still, this whole thing of self love.
Yeah.
I think the fact that we're doing it in a healthier way, obviously a better way,
Yeah.
that's why it's like, oh, I'm good. Like, I don't need to go crazy with food anymore.
Yeah.
I don't need that feeling from this source
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
The external source to get what you need inside.
Right. Yeah, because you're now giving it to yourself. You're now serving yourself. Whereas, like, oh, yeah, like food for sure, from your husband for sure. Like, that's nice. Like, praise from your husband or whatever,
Yeah.
or your wife, and from food, from games, and all this stuff. But, like, if you can't give yourself love and support and the feeling of full, you're just going to keep trying to fill it. Oh, wow. Yeah,
How often would you
that's why.
into gaming? Like, you play 8 hours, but it's still like, oh, it's draining you.
Yeah.
You know? You eat,
Yeah.
but you feel like shit. You know,
Yeah.
like you work out to the
Yeah.
point of near exhaustion, you feel like shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Where else, like you work, but it's still like so stressful.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like constantly like going outside
Outside of yourself.
to get some shit, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
spending time with friends all the time, but it's not enough.
Right.
Spending time with family is not enough.
Right.
And that's why it's kind of like, I think it's that realization of, wait a minute, I can do that for me.
Yeah. And it's
And-
anytime.
And anytime you want.
Anytime you want.
Yeah.
Like, it's for free.
It's me.
You have 24/7 access to yourself all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that feeling of support, yeah, that keeps coming through. And I'm so excited because I'm be making some vlogs today about super and about this new realization of having a full cup, like filling yourself up, being your number one supporter.
Yes.
Besides all of the other people outside of you who you want to bring with you for sure. But like, don't even think there. I feel like there's this like invisible pyramid or something like that. And you're like, dude, I want to bring all these people with me up this pyramid. And we keep focusing on the ring that's right below the top. The top is you.
Yeah.
It's like you're here with yourself, but like you keep trying to like pull all these other people, but you're like it's you first.
Yeah.
You know, like and not like an egotistical thing, but just like yeah, put your mask on first, like you first, because the rest will follow. You know what I mean? Like you must lead yourself first before you can lead others. You must show yourself first that you can change, that you can love, that you can forgive before you can expect it from somebody else. And that has been so powerful, I think, in then just the last couple of months of us being together and being able to realize that is like, oh, it's all me.
Dude, Meg, you changed like so much.
Yeah.
Like if we were to check back the first video,
Oh, dude.
you remember like
Yeah.
how you were, what you used to say.
Mhm.
I haven't heard you say attack anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that insane? Like
Yeah,
you
the
don't say
words that I use,
these
huh?
words.
Oh, wow.
But it all came from inside. You know,
Yes.
you were so hurt before. You know,
Yeah.
and it was like it just wasn't the happiest place. You were not happy. You know,
And I didn't know it.
Kevin couldn't feel it. I couldn't feel it. Nobody else can feel it for you.
Yes.
And the fact that now that you're like, wait a minute, you're feeling it for yourself, dude. I mean, like Meg, like seriously, like, oh man, like you inspire me.
Oh,
You feel me? Like I
likewise.
feel the same like energy.
Likewise. Yeah.
I feel like it's no longer a take,
Mm.
give. It's
Mm.
we're giving now.
Yes.
Constantly just giving.
Yes. That's crazy, dude. Yeah. I used to feel that too.
Shit.
Before, when I used to edit the videos, I was like, I'm talking too much.
Hmm.
I'm taking too much. But then I was like, but you were so reassuring about that
Mhm.
and allowing me to take,
I was giving.
because you were giving.
Yeah.
And I needed to know that it was safe
Mhm.
and to realize like, okay, I've been taking. So how can I give now?
Then you gave to yourself first.
First.
Now you're able to give.
Yes. And I didn't have to worry, and I didn't feel pressure from you, like give me something back.
Mm-mm.
And now it's just a natural flow of things. Like it's crazy. It's crazy cool,
It's
dude.
just coming out.
And I'm feeling it in so many. It's so cool because like I would say these words too. I'm feeling it. I'm like, dude, I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
But then still there was these other parts that were still lacking, like physically,
Yeah.
like my body and stuff like that. And so now it's nice to see that things are lining up, because the doors that were still closed on myself before, that I didn't even know that they were there yet, or I didn't know how to reach them, they're now unlocked. And it happened relatively very quickly.
It did.
Like, whoa,
It
what
did.
the heck?
Yeah.
So fast, actually. And it's always fast when you look back, I guess. But maybe it's not that fast. It's not really about fast or whatever, because honestly, it took years and years and years to get here. It took 30, it's going to be 32 years on Monday to get here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it took a long time.
Yeah.
But in the scheme of things, not really. And it was all in good time. All in my time.
Exactly.
All in my time.
Your time and my time is different.
Yes.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
At least you're 32 going forward with this. You could have been 62 and still not even get to this.
But you know, like, dude, props if you're 62 and you're having the same revelations.
Hey,
like,
at least it's
hey.
not too late. You're still alive, you know?
Yeah.
Like, feel it.
As long as you're here, as long as you're not dead, and this is something I would say to
That's
myself
true.
too before, when I was like rock bottom, like, I'm not dead. So, you know, there's still time.
Hey, rock bottom's the coolest place, right? You're like, okay.
The only way to
alright,
go, yeah.
You gotta go up now.
Yep.
That's the only place.
That's it. Probably like the issue is like sometimes we have so much tolerance. It takes a long time to reach our rock bottom.
We don't want to.
Yeah. But sometimes, like a lot of people, they have a lot of tolerance. I had a lot of tolerance.
Where does it come from?
I don't know. The tolerance comes from like you train. You train to be tolerant. You know what I'm saying? Like you train to get used to your pain. You train to get used to how you were raised. You train to get used to all that shit. And like where every day is a daily practice that you can keep perpetuating your old training, or you can get a new teacher, Bing, and just like train the other way. You know what I mean? So now that's what I'm doing now, which is like, again, like nothing's perfect. Life is not perfect. Like, geez, every day I continue to choose to forgive instead of snap, or be compassionate instead of bitchy.
No, yeah.
Or whatever, you know, whatever. Be graceful instead of commanding. You know, and I fight those urges, or I always am kind of like the red flags go up when those urges in me come out, when I feel like my voice is tight and I'm not open and I'm like closed mentally. That still comes up came up yesterday. We were talking about Facebook ads, man. I'm like,
yes,
I fucking hate this shit. I hate it. You know what I mean? And then it manifests and like it comes off of me. But then like, because I'm surrounded by people who love and support me, like I'm like, it's okay. Like all the flashbacks of Facebook ads come running back to me and during that time, and I'm like, I fucking hate this. Wait, no, we're going to learn this, and we're learning it together. So it doesn't have to be me all the time to figure it out.
No.
And I did feel like that, where it's like, oh, go run Facebook ads. My mentor would always tell me, go run Facebook ads. I'm like, I don't fucking know how, senpai. Like, and I'm like I'm too stubborn to like try to really listen and learn, because it's really just not my forte.
Yeah.
I know that now, but I know that I can do other things within Facebook ads that I can learn to love and do love right now, and maybe the other stuff will follow. But feeling like I'm the only one who has to do it, like that was such like, I hated that feeling. I hated the fact that I was the one who had to just figure it out, and then like, I don't know, I didn't like that. but now it feels like a group effort, and that I'm not alone in learning it, and that it's not just me thinking it's hard. Like,
Cindy was like,
I'm not an idiot. Like, I would feel like an idiot. Like, dude, I'm trying all. I would watch videos, and I would try to understand what my mentor's saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, senpai. Yeah. And then you avoid it because you're not good at it. Like everything else in life, like if you're not good at something, you naturally just avoid it. So I'm so glad, like through all that, and Kevin was so patient with me too. He's just like, I'm sure he knew, like it. I already told him to, like, I hate it. And so he was being patient and understanding, just like, okay, like we're gonna get there, like relax. And I was just like, okay. Trying to calm myself down, because in my mind I'm like, all the things, all the flashbacks, all the frustration. And he just handled it the way that I love too. He just like, just told me, we're gonna get there, like chill out.
That's so cool.
But he didn't talk to me in a way that was like mad. He was just stable. So he wasn't like trying to patronize me, and he wasn't trying to be mad at me and sounding impatient with me. And he still heard what I had to say. And I think he's just grown so much just in that time. That time learning Facebook ads. Like, that was such a testament to what we've been working on together. And that was really nice. And that made me like lower my walls too. Because oftentimes we would both get frustrated with each other, and then now we're both in a bad place. But he already knew. He's like, you just wait, you'll see, we're gonna learn this. Which was a wonderful, like, changed sort of perspective that he had about learning something new. Usually, he can be like me, and I can be like him, or we're super closed. We're like, I don't want to learn it. You know what I mean?
But I mean, from my observation, I believe it's because you've changed. Therefore, he's been changing regardless too. He's been changing.
That's great. Yeah. I love it. And he owns it. Like, we have our code word, and we've used it a couple times, and like, it feels so good too to say the code word, our code word, and like to quickly sidestep those triggers. The way that we always used to handle dumbass little arguments that were based upon years. Yes. So I guess they're not really dumb. I mean, they are dumb. Honestly, like, they're dumb arguments why a couple would get in an argument, right? Because it's of how you said something, or something that's really small, but that's just been piled on for years and years and years. And so, go ahead.
No.
Yeah. So, it's great. It's a great feeling to just be like, whoop, gotcha. Whoop, gotcha.
And that's how it's going to be, like, constantly.
Yeah, moving forward.
Getting better and better in your communication.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's cool.
It's cool. It's very cool.
And like Kevin brought it up today too, like after the gym. He said he just wanted to be honest, no attacking. He said, you can be impatient to me. And I was like, you're fucking right. And I was like, yesterday I was like overpowering again. I was like getting all like, woo, like assumption. I know my shit based on my feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. During the Facebook ads?
Like before you.
Oh, before
okay. And I was like overpowering the hell out of him, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell? And so, long story short, it's just nice to know that y'all can call me out on my bullshit, because I don't want to be impatient. And I do want it now.
It's not bullshit. I want to figure out why you feel impatient.
It's the same thing. Like, I want it now. Like, what the fudge? Like. And again, if I can't have it now, I would have given up too.
Yeah.
I would have given up easily.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, all right, let's keep going. But the fact that it's not just me anymore, or it's not just me and Cindy anymore.
Yeah.
We have you and Kevin.
Yeah.
To be like, hold up. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It makes me go, okay, it's fine.
Oh, okay, it's fine. Yeah.
Same.
Exactly.
Same.
Yeah.
I would have done the same shit, man. For real. Like, that's what I've done.
Yes.
Oh, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Impatient. How many times did you try? Don't fucking ask me once. Like, Sometimes it didn't work. Peace out. You know?
Yeah. I'm the same. I'm
If shit gets
exactly the
too
same.
hard.
Yes. Yeah.
I would leave.
And there's no like, say there's no sign that you're on the right track. Like you hitting walls, right? You're hitting hella walls, and you're like, dude, I felt like I give this a good shake, even though it was the first time. And then I'm fucking out. I bounce.
Yeah.
And then if I get the same thing, like again with the Facebook ads, it's like I would be going back and like trying to figure it out and like trying to understand. And then they change up the system every like 3 months or whatever. I'm like, and then trying to find a teacher who will actually teach you on the most current stuff. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So definitely, yeah.
So it's cool. The fact that
The support.
Good support.
Good support.
Not
Patient
just,
support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's nice that we balance each other out. He said, Kevin said like yin yang, you know? And it's like, I believe that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm grateful that because we're being the best versions of us, Cindy, Kevin, you and I, we're all becoming the best versions of us so that we're ready for this.
Yes.
You know, like you said before, you weren't ready for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now you're ready because we are already here and we're all in it together now.
Yes.
So it's like, I believe that whatever happens, whatever comes our way, we're gonna, one of us or two of us may, or three of us may feel the pressure.
Yeah.
But we just need one person to be like, let's go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's the power of teamwork, and that's the power of just family.
Right. Somebody to lead, and then having the people to follow that, like, and having the trust. And I feel like, the trust where, hey, you guys lead. Hey, we'll lead. Hey, you guys lead. And then the same thing in marriage too, and having it be like this organic flow of leadership and following.
Not control.
Yeah. Not like dragging, but like, I want to follow you. And then when it's time for me to lead, I can lead you too. Yeah. Like, that's a way different feeling than like, I have to bring him over here, or I have to always tell him like how I would feel before. And same thing with Kevin. I'm sure he's like, I have to watch out for my wife's finances because she's a no shit or whatever. You know what I mean? Like thinking that in his head of like, you know, and feeling like we're dragging each other through marriage or dragging each other through business. Now it's like, you lead, I'm a follow. I can lead, you can follow too, and it's all good.
No ego.
Yeah.
Just growth.
Yeah. It's good. It's
self-love.
Good. Self-love.
Huh.
So what's our affirmation for today?
Shoot, what is it? You first, man.
Okay. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better and better at being patient, communicative, forgiving, compassionate, being a good listener, and being proactive with that knowledge, and being a strong, rounded up, confident, supporting woman.
Dope.
Dude, sweet.
And later I'm gonna tell you some stuff like I've been listening to on Spotify. It's to have someone else say good things about you. Feel me? So it's like, you do it for yourself, but now you're also getting someone else saying good shit.
Okay.
Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better and better at being a patient. Honestly, a patient. What is that? Delayed gratification, you know? Being patient and just being okay. Being better with delayed gratification. And being better at being an understanding. And honestly, it's just patience. I really want patience. Like, I want to get better. So every day in every way, I'm getting better and better and better at being a patient man. You know?
Yeah, I love it.
Honestly. Yeah.
Oh, love it. Oh, thank you so much for joining us here on The Golden Rule. Once again, my name is Meg.
My name is Tony.
I'll see you next time.
Thank
Bye.
you. Ah.